My name's Burchett, and I got started in psychology after taking my first psychology class in college, my very first quarter in college. I had no idea what psychology was, except I fell in love with it the moment I took it and switched majors immediately. You have to be aware that forensic psychology is actually the application of psychology in a legal context. A lot of times the media makes us think that forensic psychology is the same thing as being an FBI profiler, for example, but it's actually very different. So most people who are engaging in forensic psychology are actually engaging in psychological assessment, perhaps testimony to the courts. You're really there to inform the courts about information about a particular person or about a particular topic that can help in legal decision making. A lot of it involves psychological testing and evaluating individuals to try to come to conclusions about their mental status. A couple of examples include evaluations such as competency to stand trial and evaluations focused on whether someone is not guilty by reason of insanity. I think what drew me to forensic psychology originally was probably the media. I've always been a big fan of, different types of movies that tie into what I thought was forensic psychology. But as I learned more about it, I was really interested in understanding psychological testing. We just assume a lot of time that psychological tests are very useful, and it actually takes a lot of research and a lot of understanding the tests to really be confident in which ones we should use and why we should use them and what they can really tell us. And we really need to know their limitations. To be a forensic psychologist, it's a little confusing because you're actually not going to necessarily want a PhD in forensic psychology. A PhD in forensic psychology oftentimes prepares you to be a researcher, but it is not a degree that allows you to become a licensed psychologist and work with individuals. So most people who practice in forensic psychology actually get degrees in clinical psychology, either a PhD or a PsyD. I think that any student who is interested in pursuing a graduate degree in clinical or counseling or other experimental psychology programs is going to really want to speak to their faculty members. We are here as support for you, and part of that support is helping you make decisions about where to apply, what kinds of programs you might want to apply to, and also helping as you're shaping your academic resume and your personal statement in a way that is really useful and tailored to the program and your interests. I think it's just important to keep in mind that part of our job, a big part of our job, is this mentorship of helping you to get to where you need to go and get to where you want to go, and we're excited to help you with that process. This campus is probably going to change quite a bit in the next few years, and it's exciting to be part of that process and to shape it in a way that will really help our students as they move forward in their careers and as they're thinking about graduate school, to help them really get prepared for those career paths.